part 5 of our video series around VMware by Broadcom. Today is the second part of our challenges or changes which I expect in the partner program. Again, I don't have any final information about partner program changes, so a lot of this is just either my wish thinking or something which I'm actually working towards, where I actually try to influence everything that it works in that direction. First thing first, certification. I covered that already in the last video. For me, it's very important that in the future, it's not only about whether the partner has an MSc or something else, but about the fact that the person who is certified actually does the customer implementation. This is very common for many other vendors. Some vendors, you don't even get product support if you don't have an implementation done by a certified person, if you don't have a reviewed architecture document behind that. I really wish that VMware does that with a much smaller product lineup and a much more straightforward architecture. That will be much easier. And this is not about driving education or certification up, because in the end, everybody who has been long enough in the industry knows that that is not a way to make money as a large-scale corporation like Broadcom. You make money with two main things. Customer satisfaction. The higher the customer satisfaction, the more likely customers are going to buy more products and are going to consume them longer and do things like that. The secondary option for a highly trained install base out there is that you drive your support costs down. Support cost is very high, especially if you can't immediately identify what the issue is, if you have to spend a lot of time research, get your level 4 support people involved, etc. So that is very cumbersome. That's one part which I hope we are going to see more in the changes in the partner program. Please let me know in the comments what you think about that. The second part for all of this is the changes which I'm expecting for the partner program is that long-term customer value becomes far more important. We have been talking about that with VMware. However, there were still the majority of incentives more on the front-end side and not on the long tail for the customer. This is nothing which can change overnight, because the compensation models within the partners have to change for that as well. But I think long-term it's an inevitable change for Broadcom to make it possible that customers are actually valued, and the success of partners and everything else are valued with the customer satisfaction, with the continued support, with the continued sale, and no longer with the short-term revenue. That will also reduce that just something is sold because it's currently the most common tool to be used, but more into what is really in it for the customer, how does the customer achieve their customer outcome with it. These are two main changes I wish we will see in the new partner program. So certification as no longer just an optional requirement, but really an enforcement. And secondly, customer value and customer satisfaction must be valued higher from a margin and refund perspective over the initial sale in the first place. Let me know your thoughts in the comments and stay posted for another video around this.